Good morning. Time for the Sunday Sesh. It's about half past the 6th hour on the 22,908th day. It's the last Sunday in August. I don't know what date it is. Something like the 26th. Is that about right? I don't know, but who cares? I thought I'd switch things up here and let you see what I see when I sit over there. I have this beautiful courtyard behind me. Maybe see some of the hummingbirds flying behind me. I don't really hear them. Yeah, I kind of hear them now. Are they there? Yeah, they're there. So, yeah, things have kind of changed. I don't know if you remember last week. I was actually when I started the session, I got a phone call right at the beginning. It was my dad, and Dad has been having some health issues. Don't want to go into my dad's health issues. The point of me telling you this is I am taking a last minute unscheduled trip to Chicago this week. I'm leaving in the middle of the week, and I'll be gone for about a week. So perhaps next week, this session will be somewhere in Chicagoland. I'm going to help Dad make the transition from the rehab facility back to home. I'm probably going to stay about a week. I'm going to look up my friend Mike while I'm there because he's real handy with tools and stuff like that. And we're going to put up some grab bars from Dad and kind of make the place safe and everything, kind of help develop a routine, a schedule of some sort for him, for his care. And I can only stay a week because I've got so much going on with the Your Book About You project is just really starting to go. Although I'm having a hiccup with my damn AI. It's got a brain of its own, fucking AI. I've been testing it out and giving it some stories that I've written and asking it to just do the filter that's called the grammar Nazi, where it checks all the spelling and grammar and syntax and all that kind of stuff. And it isn't doing that, but it's doing way more. It's adding characters and changing the stories. And oh my God, all of a sudden, this one story I had, I've been using Tall Tales of a Short Childhood, my most recent book. And in one of the stories, it created an older brother for me, and we played in junkyards as kids and lived in Texas. I don't think that's true. I don't have an older brother, never played in junkyards. I don't really live in Texas ever. Maybe it's trying to give me a secret life that I never had. I don't know. But it's been very busy with that. I've got a client lined up that I'm going to start working on as soon as I get back from Chicago. We're in the final stretch with the gardens, so we'll be harvesting next month. And October, Croptober. I wish I could spend more time in Chicago helping Dad, but I can't. What I'd really like is my dad to come out here. What do you think? Finally getting my parents together 50 years after their divorce. I don't know if that's such a good idea, do you? One of the things that I've been yammering on about is this program. I really like making these videos for you. I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy the interaction I get with people. I enjoy the little notes that I've gotten. I honestly think that maybe I'm helping some people out there, and I know for a fucking fact that this is helping me. But I'm kind of frustrated because, I'm a student of media. I have a degree in media communications. When I was in college 30 years ago, the statistics is something to the effect of 15%, only 15% of people got their news from newspapers. And this is back in the early 90s, late 80s. 15% got their news off of newspapers. Only 3% read books on a regular basis, being one book a month. 3%. It was the boob tube back then. It was television. It was, radio. People got more information off those mediums than they did reading. And say what you will about television, radio, internet, whatever. There's something about reading stuff that it locks into your brain in a way that's much different than the visceral television, internet, the radio. All these different things are great, but at the same time, they don't really. The information doesn't saturate your brain in the same way. The art of reading and language development, and it triggers all these different parts of your brain that really help you retain the information, that help you comprehensively understand it, critically think about it. When you're watching television, it just kind of like washes over you. When you're listening to radio, it's like a earworm that's just digging into your brain. When you're on the internet doing the scroll, it's God fucking whatever that is, and it's really made the attention span of people get smaller and smaller and smaller, and that is a really frustrating thing to me. And I maybe am, okay, so I'm a boomer, or what was it I read? I'm not a boomer because of where I was born, and I'm a part of the the Jones generation. I think somebody called it Jones. Give me something. No, but I'm a boomer. I'm at the end of the boom. I'm more like the little fizzle after the boom. But anyways, I don't want to go off on that. What I'm getting at is that the the show, the details, the Sunday Sesh, all this stuff that I've been doing for God since what, February? I think I'm doing with this channel. One of my favorite sessions is this one, man. I really like the Sunday Sesh because I could just kind of ramble and go with the flow and stream of conscious the things that I'm saying, and that to me is me being very authentic. I'm being the real me, and I pride myself on that. I'm not a very good faker. I'm not very good at putting on air. I suck at customer service because I'll look at somebody and say, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I actually almost got fired from my job once, or actually, I don't even want to go into that story. I'll tell you some other time. Ask me about it when I was covering the customer service desk at a movie theater. Weather feels cool. It's nice. Maybe about, I don't know, 65, maybe 70, somewhere right in there. I haven't been back to Chicagoland in 10 years since we left there, summer of 14. And I've got a little bit of excitement about it. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but mostly I'm not. I'm not because I'd rather go back to Chicago for all good things, for just to have fun. I'd rather go back to Chicago with my wife and my kids and my grandkids. Although I feel good about helping Dad, it's kind of a sad thing to do. It's sort of a sorry reason to have to go back to Chicago, but I'd rather go back and help him than have to go back and, the alternative. When your dad's 89 years old, you never know when that call is going to come. So I enjoy doing the Sunday Sesh. And some of the other bits that I've been doing, I like both the setup and the Friday finish. I see those as kind of going hand in hand with each other. However, I don't think I'm that interesting to have to tell you, well, this week I plan on doing this, and this week I plan on, I'm not that important. You don't really care what the details of my daily week are. The point I'm trying to make is planning your time, setting your goals, acting from a point of intention. And then the Friday finish is the accountability for those intentions. It's the how far did you get on your goal? The yardstick measuring thing, the milestone that you're at. The Friday finish for me kind of wraps up how the week turned out. Was it what I planned? Was it completely different? How did I deal with it? It gives me a chance. But again, I'm not that important. The point is, we need to, everybody, in my experience, to get someplace in life, you have to set goals, and then you have to be sure to allow time to evaluate those goals, to adjust those goals, or adjust how you're getting to those goals. And that was the overall intention of the Monday setup and the Friday finish. And I like the 3Gs thing too. I think it's very important. I do it daily, but at least once a week, set along some time to, think about what you're grateful for, think about what you're good at, and think about your goal, and I like that one being kind of halfway between those other two, the setup and the Friday finish, and the 3Gs kind of is the fulcrum in the middle of it, that makes the teeter totter. I was trying the film thing, and what day of the week was that, Tuesday, talking about films and stuff like that. And I like doing that because that's something that's close to my heart. That's something I've spent a lot of time doing in my life. It's something I've made money on, I've lost money on. I know a lot about that stuff, about film, music, television, radio, recording, performance, putting on events, things like that. That's what I built my life upon, and so I like sharing that information too. And the Thursday thing was, is my favorite day of the week, so I called it my philosophy day, de-philosophies, and where I talk about something more ethereal or something more universal or basic that we all have in our lives. And oftentimes it's love, sometimes it's loneliness, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's strangers, sometimes it's yourself. But it's a day it was a segment or whatever, a bit to bring out some of those ideas that I have, the experiences that I've had, the observations that I've made. And I think one of the things that we need to do is in controlling the information that comes and goes, is sharing what we each know for a fact, not fucking conspiracy theories, not I heard this or I heard that. Nothing. It's It's what you have done, what you have felt, what you have personally seen, touched, tasted, felt, you know. And I bet we would find that we have so much more in common, so much more in common than we truly realize or appreciate, you know. I suppose the thing that I was talking about was this program and how I want to kind of change it up a little bit. And now that we're concluding a month of this way of doing it, where I shoot everything in advance and post it up so that it hits the airwaves, as it were, at about the same time every day. And I've been adjusting, what time of day it comes, because I'm trying to capture more viewers. I'm trying to find a time when you like to watch videos, to keep it fresh or whatever. So my next little experiment, if you will, the next thing I'm going to try, I like doing the Sunday Sesh. I would safely say I'm going to probably continue doing it. It's become a ritual to me that's valuable. I actually enjoy editing these because they're so long. It makes me look back at what I said and think about, was I being truthful, or could I have said that a better way? Or nice job, D. It isn't contrived. This is just me being me. And then the other things, the setup, the Friday finish, the 3Gs. I was thinking about, I can put that all together in one program and make them like, not skits, but like little segments, and like you would get a weather report or a sports, the sports report, or, the old man who's giving his commentary, or the headlines, or the, in-depth human interest story. Okay, I like to be, a real person. I like to be genuine, authentic, and all that. But here I am shooting these things in advance, pretending that it's whatever day of the week it is, or, whatever day of my life it is. And I get a little bit of a giggle out of that, but at the same time, life is fluid. Things change. And by the time this hits, something else happens, like this. Here I am a week later in terms of the time of the show, and it's things changed. I had something else I was going to talk about. So in an effort to be more true to me, or true to you, or true to, the universe, I'm thinking about, maybe I would do 2 segments a week, and they're longer. There's the Sunday Sesh, and then on Thursday, which is a good day of the week, I think, to post things for me, would be the other thing that I post. And both of them would be somewhere maybe as short as, 8 or 9 minutes, and maybe as long as, 15, 16, 18 minutes, keep them under 20. That would be my rule. Because one of the things, and I'll say it again, that I've said all along, is that I'm seeking to sort of build a community here of sorts. Not a community about me, but a community that I'm connecting this apparatus, this YouTube apparatus version of me, this digital ghost of me that'll live beyond me, maybe, or not, but it's there in the ether, right? I'm connecting that version of me to whatever version of you I find, or that you put out there. You subscribe to me. I most often look at, who is this new subscriber? And I'll click on your profile and see what you got. Most folks that subscribe to me just have videos that they like, or videos that they've seen. Not a lot of people are actually content producers, or whatever they're called, content creators. Content creators. Talk about like self-absorbed. I am a content creator. Fucking give me a break. It's after the 7th hour, so I should probably, get busy with other things, because I have other things to do. I hope you've enjoyed this new or different view of, where I'm doing the Sunday Sesh this week here in the Hummingbird courtyard. And in the meantime, you guys know what I like to tell you. Please take care of yourselves, be safe, and keep your dauber up. Bye.